Sword of omens, give me sight beyond sight.
It is Wednesday, my dudes. 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 My dudes. It is Wednesday, my dude. It is Wednesday.
How come garbage day is always Mondays? They found me.
Ding, fries it done. Ding, fries it done. Ding, fries it done. Ding, fries it done. I gotta run. I gotta run. I gotta run. I like a Burger King making flamethrower whoppers. I wear paper hats. Would you like an apple pie with that? Would you like an apple pie with that?
Ready, guys?
All right.
Oh my god, he just ran in.
I don't know what we're doing this week. What up, y'all? Welcome to this week's B2P. Thank you for joining us. Big shout out to the pie of the week, the one and only Nappy FPV. Give him a like and a sub. And
Link in the chat.
happy birthday to motherfucking Hot Dog FPV. Let's go.
Oh shit, get strapped.
And let's get into it. It's
Twisted!
been a
Oh my
crazy
god,
week.
this is an MMA fight, dude! Twist that dick! Twist his dick!
Oh, that's amazing. I forgot that was on. What's up, y'all? Thank you for joining us. What's up, chat? Ding, fries are done. What's going on? Fly Zone, Mike Bergman, Goonie in the house, Juan Solo, Darkwing in there. What's going on this week? What are you guys up to? Artie hasn't been here, so tell us where you've been.
Oh fuck, man! I have been spent a lot of time scrambling to find a job. Finally found one, and been doing that, man. Spent a couple weeks out of town.
You had to go to
training.
Austin, right, or something?
Yeah, I was in Austin and then New Orleans.
Did you get any time?
Before
New
last.
Time.
Nowlands, and then
Did you get any
in the
time?
first week
like,
at my
do anything?
place this week. Say what?
So did you get any time to do anything when you were in,
I
aside
didn't
from
get
work?
time to do shit except fucking eat. I did go eat some dank ass barbecue at Leroy and Lewis in Austin, which was fucking awesome. And then when other in New Orleans, not at all, except I went and saw my wife's uncle, who's the it makes incredible cocktails and food, and just got schwilly and hung out with him and his wife all night, which was interesting. Took a shower outside. That was fun.
Some
Yeah,
661
it's always a
in the
weird
chat.
experience.
I
What up,
fucking
Fly
love
Zone?
it, dude. I'm trying to build one at my house, like outdoor shower. It's the shit.
An outdoor shower.
Oh, dude,
Yeah.
it's so fucking money. I love it.
I've always enjoyed the ones I've used.
Yeah, man. Well, like, so we get down to a beach house, like every summer or something, and there's always too many people taking showers, so I usually go to the outside one, and it's awesome. Give me some sunshine, some soap, buddy.
Yeah, one thing I like about camping and getting out, just like going out, and fucking washing wherever, some river,
Yeah.
whatever the fuck, whatever it takes. Fucking.
Oh, I did go on a river trip and lose a drone in the river.
Ugh. What did you lose in the
And
river?
Fucking goat, man.
A
Sucks
goat?
too. It was like the one.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. Me and my neighbor went on a canoe trip down a river, which he thought was going to take like 3 hours. We were out on the river 7 hours, and then had to like haul this thing up the side of a fucking embankment.
Briscoe.
It was fun.
Darkwing is working with INAV devs to turn INAV radar into FPV Combat Evolved.
Hell yeah, let's go.
You know, if anyone's gonna do it, it's Darkwing.
Mm. That's cool.
And Darkwing is a mad scientist.
Yeah, he is.
I don't disagree. Fucking. What up, Briscoe?
What up, dude?
Although that Greg told me about your
Let's go, man.
swapsies, and I'm like, part of me is like, why the fuck don't you have V2s yet? At least. He captured the flag. Yeah, I mean, in the analog days, we had capture the flag with the.
Dude, that would make flying FPV so much fun. Like, well, it's fun, but like,
Well, it was
just,
like,
give us something
LaForge
besides
had
just
some
flying.
shit doing
Yes,
that,
yeah, that's
but
what I'm
like
saying.
it barely caught on.
LaForge had, so if you take, well, I think the part of that was because you basically needed to buy a receiver module set, and then hack together a thing to drive it all.
Yeah.
What would be really tits, actually, though? I think we should do this. I think we need to do this, actually. So you put a LaForge receiver module on a big quad covered in LEDs, and you make it the flag, and then everybody has to chase the big flag instead of just
That
having
would work.
static flags. You know what I'm saying? Like, now I'm wondering though. It's like because look, even digital, although you may not be able to read it, it's still fundamentally transmitting on a frequency. The way the LaForge capture the flag worked was just RSSI on a channel. So if race 8 got close enough for long enough, it would turn race 8 team's color, basically. And then if it was like, R1, it would be a different color. And it was just the fucking RSSI. It was just the signal strength of that frequency. It was purely dumb.
Just thinking about like capture the flag, that would actually be wicked fun. That'd be a set, like, you could set your quad to do like different things, like when you're capturing the flag, minimum 30% throttle and shit like that, and it fucking makes you heavy, and you have to fucking trudge your way back. You can't just fucking get the fastest quad out there and just zip your way back to home base. You have to fucking actually fly like snail speed, but you have to use like your maneuverability to
You
get
could
away.
use Street
That'd be
League's
sick.
RPM limiter and RPM limit your fucking quad to make it slow. Doable.
Yeah, but but when you capture the flag, it triggers it and like makes your quad do that. That would be so cool, I think.
Give yourself a speed limit.
Yeah.
That's funny as fuck. Yeah, you could geofence if everybody had GPSs.
Yeah,
This
that'd
would
be
be
dope.
so much better on digital too.
Well, that's what I was saying. You could potentially still pull it off with digital because it is fundamentally just a signal. You know what I mean? As long as you could guarantee. The problem with DJI is it's frequency agile and it varies a bit. So
Yeah,
if you could
it's
somehow
jumping
like,
around, right?
yeah, if you could somehow like lock it down so that DJI team. Yeah, I mean that's the only problem with DJI is you can only have so many quads up. You know,
True, yeah.
with analog, you could put everybody on the same. Well, no, you can't. Not in that case.
It'd be good use for the H7 boards. You get the nice OSD processing. Because you can still do a lot of shit with OSD on
Trying to remember
analog,
how. I'm trying to remember.
and you know, as well as HD0, I think.
I'm
Because you
trying
can
to
get a lot
remember.
of HD0 pilots up at the same time too.
HC0 would probably work.
Yeah.
It's the broadcast systems are going to be the best. DJI would be the most challenging, and Walk Snail. I don't really know.
Voxnail?
Walk
Yeah,
Snail.
them being closed source too, it doesn't really help. Well, Walksnail isn't really closed source as far as I know. Well, not as closed down, but um, DJI would be impossible unless they develop their own shit with that.
Lockdown with ham hack. Yeah. 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 Well, might be able to use what the OSD to create some kind of scenario with DJI. That might work. Actually, might be something we could look at there. I mean,
That'd be so much fun doing fucking combat games.
mm-hmm.
Be wicked fun.
Well, I mean, there was a drone combat was huge. Like speaking of Hot Dog and his birthday, he was one of the first. He was in drone combat way back in the day. Like Maker Faire used to have drone combat every year on the east and
How
west
did it
coast.
work?
They literally it was literally like they built a big box made out of net, and everybody was outside of it, obviously, and they put quads in there, and people just bashed each other.
Oh, I want this to be like
it was
fucking
like
Rocket League style. Fucking 4-on-4.
I mean, you could do. How many people did we have up on a flight line at one time at Rampage? Did we manage 8? I don't know that we actually did. I thought it was like 4 or 6 at a time.
I guess 3-on-3 would be better.
3 on. Well, and if you put again with analog and maybe HD0, fucking left-handed, right-handed systems could definitey come into play. I mean, obviously you can
Shit,
run different polarity antennas on your fucking DJI goggles too, but they just I think you just have to send up digital pilots and analog pilots separately in that regard. So
hell yeah, man. You can use like football fields at like fucking
Rocket
any
League.
college or high school as your fucking thing. They just have to be able to put up netting for the bystanders, but it ain't gonna be any more dangerous than watching an F1 race and having an F1 car come around a corner and eat your face. Whoops.
I mean, there's far back. Has an F1 car actually ever made it into a grandstand?
Oh fuck yeah. Yeah,
I'm
you
sure
remember
it has.
did you watch that new Gran Turismo movie?
No, I did
It's a
not watch.
movie.
I have
Well,
not, it's a movie
Yeah,
though.
I can't
yes.
really. It's not really a spoiler because you could just look up the kid. The kid fucking came. He was coming over a straight, and in the straight it had like a little tiny little hump that kind
And
of
he
like went
jumped
up,
it?
and he was just going, and by freak accident, wind just caught under his car, and he flipped up into the air and fucking landed right into the stands.
Damn, like that's what happened during filming of the movie? Or
No,
it was
that's what
like
happened in
during the
real
movie?
life. That's what happened in real life to him.
Oh shit.
Yeah.
Were they filming the movie?
Not while filming the movie. No, it happened during the dude's career. The movie
Oh,
was
okay.
the movie was about that dude's
Oh,
career
okay.
who became a racer from being a video game sim driver.
Got you.
Shows the value of sims, man.
For sure.
That shit's hard, man. You ever try to race fucking full gas clutch fucking shifter and wheel setup on Gran Turismo before? Yo, it's
No,
hard.
I've never had
If you could
all
do
the
that shit, you could
things.
definitely race in real life for sure.
I've seen some pretty insane setups. I've done a few, but I don't know. I don't know if it was Gran Turismo specifically.
I mean, I
Done
played this shit with
I
the
played
controller.
Project Cars a whole bunch in VR, which was pretty fun with a wheel and a fucking shifter. That was insane.
I went and did a drift day once, and that was fun.
Fucking
And drone laser tag, just fly up in the air, inverted yaw spin, and lay down the law.
But I mean, all right. So let's just throw the whole VTX equation out of the equation and just build some sort of Bluetooth thing. Like, just do it that way.
Yeah.
Bluetooth. I feel like a signal like that would get destroyed by the VTX signal.
It's on 2.4 versus
I mean,
5. As long as
I
you
can't
keep
connect
them,
to my phone,
you keep
on
them
my
far.
GoPro when the drone's on.
I feel that, but you have to also consider whether or not your phone is on 5.8 or 2.4, how it's connecting. I had tons of problems when people were sitting around with their FR Sky radios on because they're all 2.4, and I was usually using 2.4 because I ran Crossfire. So my goggles are on 5.8, my radio's on 900, my GoPro's on 2.4, and I didn't really have much problem. And most Bluetooth stuff you can throw out there, but you could technically build something in, I don't know. I'd have to look at the available ham bands, but probably something like in 900 or something that was like relatively chill. LoRa program on ERLS modules, yeah. I mean, but I'm thinking something more generic, so you could just throw it on. What if somebody doesn't fly ELRS? You don't want to make it specific. So let's take the goggle and the radio out of the equation mostly and just put it on something that would work. And there's definitely frequencies. You could go UHF. You could go like 500 or something. Build something out that would do that. I bet. You don't need a ton. Like, older ESP modules can run 900, 433. Yeah. Yeah. You just have to build like a little puck that could plug into your quad. You put something out on 400, you'd probably be golden. Super low frequency. You're not sending anything over it, really. Yeah. It would be fun. Anybody get out and fucking get any footage this week?
I unfortunately did not.
Yeah, I don't have a flying quad at the moment.
What's it do? Like, if it doesn't fly, it's just like
Just it's paperweight at the moment.
it's a crawling quad.
It's a paperweight.
I've got to get a new FC. This is it at the moment. Pieces.
Oh,
I don't even know. It needs cool
And
sound
my
effects.
Brando.
You flew a Brando?
there's a Brando right near me. I've been looking at it every time I go near it. I'm like, I should fly that. And every time I drive by, it's a little bit more complete. I'm like, I need to fly that. Shit's gonna be complete before I ever do. Like, I should have flown that.
Bro, I've been flying vicariously through the Drone Co kids the last couple days, which has been actually been awesome because I've been fucking just sitting there coloring footage and looking at the shots. It's been a fucking blast. It's actually been really awesome because fucking John sent me some stuff from some place where he's like getting down in the rocks and shit, bro. It was fucking gorgeous. I can't wait until he puts that one out because it's gonna be fucking. It's a beautiful, some beautiful shit. Bannister's message is retracted. But I did get I got an opportunity to. So John sent me a bunch of fucking GoPro 12 footage, and GP log is legit. It's. I'm digging it. I think that out of all the flat-alikes and log-alikes that GoPro's ever offered us, it's the easiest to work with out of the gate. It feels like it's more saturated. You don't have to do as much to the footage. You just literally have to get it into the right color space. You don't have to do as much to it per se as you would with even a GoPro 11 running labs and using their log. Not to say that.
And this is right off the camera.
This is already, yeah. You don't even need labs for this. So what's gonna get real interesting is what happens with labs in this iteration. Like what else we might be able to pull out of it. Will get interesting. You know, we'll see where it goes.
Does sound interesting.
But I mean, basically, I was able to take stuff that John was sending me, and I ultimately built some LUTs that literally you could. I'm not doing anything color wise. I'm not doing. But it's just what I call a technical transform that just takes you from GoPro log to Rec 709, done. And like you don't even have to. You might even want to take saturation down. Out of it. Whereas GoPro 11 footage, you would definitely have to add saturation, because I can take the same basic log curve from 11 and apply the same LUT to it, and I can see the change to Rec 709, but it still needs a lot more saturation and a bit of contrast. Whereas the GoPro log from 12 is just fucking pretty much a straight transform. Like it just like, holy shit, that's pretty fucking good. Lows. So that's actually interesting. It's good. It's good to get to see what's going on with that. The camera's just now starting to ship. We'll see how the fucking we'll see how the durability and thermal and all that kind of stuff seems to be. There's obviously still no mention of a mini. They have confirmed a new Max, or not. What is it called? The 3D camera, the 360 camera. There is a new one of them coming.
Max.
Yeah, the Max 2 or whatever's coming. So that's pretty going to be pretty interesting. And of course, it's
Nice if they make that smaller.
Some GoPro reps like it's the best shit ever. I saw a comment from GoPro about it. They seem to be pretty happy about what's going on with that one. I'm just trying to get ancient Sumerian. Something from the Dead Sea Scrolls.
5.360.
But yeah, so the couple things I've been doing, like I said, a couple weeks ago, I started doing some 03 LUT work, which I want to continue. I just need to get some more source footage to work with. And then, like I said, Chris and John's been sending me footy, and it's been very cool actually. Working with all that fucking footage in the lab and just seeing what's coming. Coming soon.
That's pretty cool. You can connect your AirPods and use the mic.
You can connect, you can connect to Bluetooth, Bluetooth headset, which would be great for vloggers. I mean,
yeah.
Obviously we don't know what the range is or how it's implemented. Like, it could almost be practical if you're flying a park and you don't have a lot going on around you. You might be able to fucking keep it connected to your quad within, I don't know, 600 to 800 feet, maybe, like something, you might. You're flying 800 feet in a circle around yourself or something, like you could probably keep it connected.
That might be a little ambitious, but
I've never had good luck with that shit.
I don't know that my phone could be 800 feet away from me.
Yeah, I mean, you're right.
I can't even get 70 feet away from my car before the music cuts out.
The Bluetooth, there is a Bluetooth spec though that the range is 800 feet. I do know that. I think a lot of consumer stuff is just like 30. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I don't know. Be interesting to try it though.
Well, like I said, especially for guys who are doing stick cam and stuff, though, if you wanted to be able to just have an actual mic right there while you're doing your stick cam, or if you're vlogging while you're flying like Bot does, you could just get a decent headset and be able to fucking, or like earpiece or something, and be able to fucking do your vlog while you're flying. You know, a lot of guys are doing that shit. So that part's pretty interesting. I haven't seen anything off the Max lens yet. I saw Ross got one though, I think he got the Max lens. We'll see some footage from that soon. I don't know. Does anybody like the Max lens? Anybody in the chat ever buy a Max?
I didn't like the one prior.
I know Greg had problems trying to even use the one
playlist tonight that
Didn't you have problems trying to get yours on or something?
Let me see.
Back in the day. Greg?
Say that again?
I said, didn't you have problems getting yours to actually go on the camera?
Yeah, I couldn't get it to fit on there, but apparently, like, you're supposed to like manhandle it, and then like, yeah, there might be metal shavings you got to clean out. And I was like, as soon as I said that, I was like, no, I'm not gonna break this thing. I'm gonna fucking return it. And I never used it. Because every forum I looked on, they were like, yeah, known issue. Just use brute force. And I was like, man, I don't know how much more brute force I can use on this thing, because I was turning that shit fucking pretty hard.
Well, it
wouldn't go on.
When I started switching and using the anamorphic lens, getting the OG lens off initially, I felt like I was gonna break it. And then when it finally came loose, it was like no problem. But it was on there tight as fuck.
Oh, yep. I got a video in here with the Max lens mod.
So that's
it's number 2.
I want to fucking put some, like I said, I'm gonna build a couple like basic LUTs that will help people out with 12 and even potentially the 11, and then the 03. I'm gonna do some just basic shit for the 03 as well. Once I get a little more footage to work with, there are kind of certain conditions I kind of need to get it just right. The exposure's got to be right on, you know, and then stuff like that. But oh my god, Unity's doing that. Speaking of game programs, though, the new fucking Unreal Engine's fucking shit for the way they're doing the what is it called? I just watched a video the other night. New Unreal Engine has this new fucking basically the way it's handling the polygons, and they've added it so basically the entire world is made out of these. I can't remember the name; it's escaping me, but it's their name for polygons basically, and it like apparently is like going to be fucking next gen for
tetrahedrons or something like that.
No, it's like I almost like generically it's like particles or something, but it's not that. It's another like one word thing that I'll just Google it. Fucking Unreal's new shit. Looks pretty cool. Because a lot of people are using Unreal and such for cinematics, for, you know, movies and shit. There's a lot of good integration bringing Unreal assets into Fusion and Resolve. Oh, yeah. You're thinking about learning Unreal? Dude, you should. You should fucking learn Unreal, and then you and I can make crazy shit. Because I can, like I said, I can bring it into Resolve, and we could fucking take it to the finish line from there, basically. Or just build assets, and we could do crazy VFX stuff. It would be a blast. I have Unreal actually loaded up on my goddamn computer, and I've messed with it, but I haven't had the time to get
Yeah,
too
you ever
deep.
seen the YouTuber? He makes like VFX videos, but it's like an alien comes out of the fucking water and fucking shoots lasers out of the city, and then a fucking like an octopus comes and rips a ship in half, and it's just like a video of
Random.
like you cruising as a perspective from an airplane or something like that, seeing the shit go down.
Okay, here's their word. It's called nanite. Nanite is their new polygon mesh thing that allows you to create crazy. Because apparently you had nanite plants and nanite like rocks and stuff. So what people were doing was using nanite like flat rocks to build their world and shit, because it's so much better on the way it computes. and like how efficient it is. Shit. Bitch fly, I can do VFX. You working in Blender, Bitch fly? Yeah, I'll send you guys the what's new for. This is. I'll just send you a link to Unreal Engine 5. You could get there yourself, but I'll throw it in here too. Yeah, check it out. I saw a video the other day where it was like the announce. There's a whole thing about how the nanites work and fucking and then just also the way baked-in illumination's working versus global illumination, and the way you can build reflection maps, but mix. You can build a global reflection map, but mix that with baked-in reflection maps ultimately, because global illumination is really processor hungry. So they're allowing you now to like mix in reflection mapping with, like, you can basically build a reflection map with global illumination and then use that against baked-in assets and give yourself a lot better shadows, new volumetric fog models. And it was impressive because, like, you know, you ever seen a video game like there's a fire and if you walk to the side of it, like the fire starts getting kind of flat. It's because they're basically making fire on a plane rather than a true 3D fire. But now they have all these new volumetric effects models that they're using. So now like when you make an explosion, it's a 3D fucking explosion that also reacts to all your illumination, and it's pretty dope. Blender, After Effects, and DaVinci.
Dude, video games in the next like 10 to 20 are going to be insane, especially with the advent of AI and the way they can implement that shit into NPCs.
Oh, like how Call of Duty is putting AI nannies in the voice chat. Have you seen that? Did you hear about that?
No.
They're putting AI. They're putting AI. If you know somebody goes to tell you to fuck your mom, there's AI.
Oh,
there's AI nannies modding
like
fucking modding in Call of Duty now. So basically, if the algorithm picks up hate in the voice channels, it will come in and do something about it.
Wow.
Or at least alert actual mods, real people.
That's
With the objects in the UI.
but sad at the same time.
Yeah, well, yeah. Have you guys ever watched the Animatrix?
Yeah.
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 Not in a long
Tim.
time, but yes.
Fucking the whole they're talking about how humanity reveled as they gave birth to AI, and it ends up fucking putting them all in pods.
Yeah, no. All I see is on the news, fucking. Even though what was his name? That director. He's on there. He's talking about AI. He's like, yeah, this shit's a bad idea. That's a very bad idea. This shit's gonna become real. And then fucking scientists are coming out and being like, we don't have to worry about them like taking over us, but people using AI for extremely nefarious purposes.
Oh,
It'll
yeah.
be interesting times in the next 10 to 20.
The pendulum will swing.
They're gonna put them in those Boston Dynamics robots. Watch. One's gonna get loose.
I'm excited to Boston Dynamics robot. The dogs are gonna attack. Fucking
dude, those things are terrifying looking. You ever seen those things?
Oh yeah.
They could do flips.
Yeah, that shit is fucking terrifying.
Another little news bit for people that are into cameras. Blackmagic's camera event is tomorrow, so 1 o'clock.
Oh, maybe we'll see something.
Maybe we'll see something
that you know of?
I mean, the biggest rumors that have been out for a while now is there's a lot of rumors and push. Everybody just wants Blackmagic to join the Elmont Alliance, so that way we'll have a wider choice when it comes to lenses. And Elmont is a
Instead of the
it's
Canon
a viable
mount that they currently have.
Yeah.
They'll have more.
Yeah, because with L,
lenses than
L
Canon?
you can speed boost. You can adapt to L from EF or PL even.
Yeah.
You know, the problem is with EF is the flange distance is so long, you can't use a shorter flange you can't use RF lenses. You can't use anything that's smaller than it because the EF mount is so deep, and unfortunately it's not quite deep enough like for full PL, which is fucking like you can mod EF some cameras like the Blackmagic, you can mod them to actual PL, but you can't. It's not always the best to adapt them to PL. You know what I mean? Like you can make some work, but some of them don't. But
10-inch, man. You could spang a 10-inch with the
Blackmagic, an OG, like the OG 2 to the 2K version. If you got one of those are actually great because they could shoot cinema DNG, which is really a big format. It's not the best, easiest to deal with, but it's a good format. I don't want no short. That's right, Risco. Fucking, I don't want no short flange distance. Fucking. So yeah, tomorrow we'll see. There'll be a lot of other shit like switchers and stuff like that. I don't think we might see a Resolve announce, but
man, I'm
not
about a camera announce.
Well, I think that I think what the biggest pushes are like between the L mount and box, like a boxy form, a better form factor. I think is unanimously one of the biggest requests that they have to get because it's shaped like a oversized fucking still camera, and it doesn't need to be at all. Like, you know what I mean? Like, look, I get it. Like, they want to have their nice screen on the back and shit. I don't know. Part of me is like.
Well, it'd be cool if they offered a version that was,
or like we said, like we said in the back in the day, they had that fucking 1080, the 1080 version.
We've been saying that for years.
Saying that for years, like, dude, just give us a fucking little box camera that shoots 4K and send it. Let's go. I mean,
dude, you could even put that fucking 6K in a smaller form factor. Don't put a screen on it. With a new L mount, let's say.
They're aware of the naked community because they actually. This is how rad Blackmagic is. They realized that people were making them naked, and they fucking changed their firmware at one point because they had to. They changed on the 6K Pro. They had to upgrade the fucking the screen, and so they changed their firmware. Well, that fucked everybody that was making nakeds, and they fixed it. They fucking fixed it. They were like, "Oh shit, you want to be able to use it without the screen? Okay," and they fucking did it, dude. Like that's just like, why the hell can't we get the other shit? The image is beautiful on any Blackmagic camera. I mean, if you fucking expose it right, decent glass, can't really go wrong.
Well, yeah, I mean, it's a good sensor.
Good sensor, good Kodak. Good Kodak.
Yeah,
it's fucking.
It's a quality fucking piece of cinema equipment, and they always have, and like at least aimed at that.
I mean, that's why I'm a fanboy, bro. I mean, that's why I'm a fanboy because it's like they gave people an option that $1,000 you can shoot a fucking really high quality production for $1,000. Like, they revolutionized fucking cinematography, budget cinematography.
Yeah.
It's fucking good.
It's good shit.
So hopefully we'll see something exciting tomorrow. I'm not holding my breath because every time I do, I get disappointed.
Yeah, they don't deliver very often. Like new things.
I mean, they deliver new things. This is not what everybody wants. In certain regards. I mean, look, at the end of the day,
what they wanted. Or
I mean,
for their own projects.
At the end of the day, they're great. You know, I don't personally give a shit about having built-in NDs. It just seems like one more thing to fuck up. You know, especially in a situation where you're chucking it on a drone. What do we think about the aliens? Is Gooey here?
We have phone. We don't need stinking screens.
I love the aliens.
You're never going to see another session.
Some of my best friends are aliens.
You're never gonna see another session. GoPro, that ship has sailed. I completely
No,
give
they
it up.
didn't even make another 12 mini.
I would expect they're releasing. They announced they will release another camera by next year, and I would expect we'll probably see a 12 mini. Ish.
I doubt it.
You might be right. You might be right. But they're making another camera. They announced that already. Aside from the Max, they've mentioned the Max, and they said that beginning of next
Maybe
year.
they're listening to us.
That's also why they're
gonna
not
go back to session.
They're not fucking doing. They're not doing the $1 million challenge this year.
Oh shit.
Yeah.
That's just the state of the economy right now. These motherfuckers are like, no, can't give that shit away.
I don't disagree with you, Vitrafly, but I just don't think it's gonna happen. I mean, bro,
we've been waiting 4 years.
We've been waiting for. Yeah, I mean, dude, we're on the GoPro 12. The last session they made was the 5.
I mean, unless
6,
the market
7,
has shifted
8, 9, 10,
much.
11, 12. We are 8, fucking 7 cameras deep. I can't count anymore. 7 cameras deep, bro. Like, I mean, they should just give us a sensor with a C mount, and then you could just fucking throw whatever lens on it you want. Little mini cinema camera. It'd be fucking amazing. Honestly, the naked guy should get into that. That's what they should do. Just yeet the sensor out, fucking flange out a fucking C mount in the front of it, and build a new box. I mean, what was that company that was doing the Backbone company? They were doing that shit. Yeah,
they were selling them on eBay and shit.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
they were pretty cool.
They were pretty.
I never got my hands on one, but I always wanted to.
I mean, the farthest.
I just don't. Unless the market has changed, like we have gained so much of the market that it's justified for them to make a camera solely for that purpose. I don't see why they would do that.
Well, yeah. So
because I think for 90% of people that are using GoPros, the form factor and size, it's not a problem.
It's not a problem. You're right. And the problem with the session was that there was, and with the mini, there's times where I really wish I had a screen. Like I need a screen. There's times, not that often, but there are times where I need a fucking screen, and you can't record and stream at the same time. I think they've added it back to the 12. You might have live record again on the 12. I haven't confirmed that for a fact. I need to do that, but I mean, Bannister, there's so many great lenses in L and E and other things, though. Micro Four Thirds is fine. It's just the sensor's a little small. I mean, I think it's fine. I think it's fine. There's some great Micro Four Thirds lenses, but I think there's a lot of other stuff kind of in between and could go a little bigger. My favorite jam is fucking Super 35.
Yeah, I'd like to see what DJI can do to
Danish.
After what was it? The Action 2? Is that the small one?
Yeah. The other good thing about the thing you were talking about earlier, Artie, with the Bluetooth headset, motorcyclists, because they use the Bluetooth headsets, and exactly. like I was talking to a couple of motorcyclists already, they're like, dude, that's fucking great, like, because now they can fucking helmet cam or whatever they're doing, and they can use their fucking Bluetooth to the camera while they're fucking on their bike, which is pretty dope.
They have a pretty good noise gate on those things.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, totally.
So that might
that's
be
a really good
source.
Yeah, or guys on like MX that want to have one on their, maybe they could do something. I don't know. Maybe they don't really need a mic on MX, but you know what I'm saying.
I mean, if that's what you're doing though, like especially if you're doing like tutorials in any kind of way or just commentating a ride while you're taking, I don't know. I could definitely see people using it though, especially if it worked.
Just fix 03. What do you want to fix about the 03?
Better software to control it. I mean, can you adjust things? Is it dynamic? I mean, it looks like it gets the job done to me. But is it like knockout picture? Not every time.
We can't get a session. I mean, bro, let's just get a mini that works where the fuck and maybe sheds a couple grams. Shit, you know? I mean, like, if I don't know. I mean, the funny.
I mean, if there's no issues with the mini, I mean, the mini is it.
Right
That's
now,
as
the mini
close to
is
a
it.
session as I think we're gonna see again. I just wanted to see him make something like that, but center the fucking lens in the center of the body of the camera.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah.
I agree with that. The DJI needs dynamic range, and like with the Osmo Action 4, they went the opposite way to get more low light. So they lowered megapixel size so they could have bigger pixels to get better low light. That ultimately limits your normal footage to some degree. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like,
Give me a mini 12. Let's go. I mean,
well, look,
I'd be happy with that.
with the 12, they actually have there's actually a chart I saw in one of the groups where it's like the Hero 11, how long you can record a certain format at a certain frame rate before it thermals out when it's sitting in this box or whatever, wherever it was, however they did the test.
Yes, sir.
And like the 12 has almost double the time before thermal. Like maybe not quite double, but a significant amount more time.
Be right back.
So the thermal handling on the 12 is better for sure. And with labs, and now Greg was saying too, like every charger ever gave him problems with his mini. One of the firmware updates seemed to fix all his issues in regards to that. I hadn't really noticed it
really?
because I didn't change my. I'm a creature of habit.
Bannister says he's on his 9th mini 11.
What are you doing to them?
Yeah, what's been the
I'm on my first mini 11, and I haven't had I haven't had a problem with it. And I've bashed it, I've dropped it, I've knocked a lens shit off of it. Like I was running the anamorphic. I haven't like taken it to a bando and bashed it that hard. But in terms of just normal fucking flying it around and shit, like. And I walked around 12 minutes, like using it as a hand camera, and it didn't have any issues. The O3 lack of sound is dumb. I'm not going to lie. That is dumb. Too much push for the tech. Throwing them in the ocean. Yeah, are you like yeeting them? I mean, just fly better, Bannister. Fuck. I'm kidding. Not, dude, 9 is a lot, bro. I'm not going to lie.
Yeah.
9 is a lot. I don't know.
Well, I mean, not if you're like going real hard on a regular, you know what I mean?
I don't think
I mean,
Greg's.
you remember what that was like, right?
Greg hasn't.
You remember.
I do remember, but I don't think Greg's gone through 9, and he goes fairly hard.
I mean, I'm just saying, if you go real hard, 9's not that big of a number. If it's like over 6 months or 7 months, I could see how
the
that
mini's
could
only has not even been out a year. 8 months. 8 months. That's less than one a month. Have you broke one a month when you were going hard?
Oh, easily. Dude,
Yeah.
I was breaking one every weekend session, like just trying to do something dumb or just getting too cocky around something I hadn't flown enough and just, I'm just moving quickly in and
Four of
around
them.
things until I run into something.
Now, but on the other hand, I wasn't. That's actually part of the reason why I ended up getting into 3D printing, and all that shit. Because
Yeah. Well,
Before-
I will say this: I didn't have any protection on mine. It was
That's-
a strap and a
yeah.
foam pad.
when I started, that's what I had. I had a strap and a fucking foam pad. Yeah, I mean, and those I were breaking a lot.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I mean, I can see how that happens.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. Download my
But since I've been
mount,
putting,
Bannister.
I
I don't know what to say.
TPU on things,
I mean, Greg had.
it
I think
certainly happens less.
Don printed my mount for Greg, and he's been very happy with performance.
Sure. I mean, it's TPU. It can take a beating.
Yeah, it helps. I've got like a full sleeve and a fucking half, some bikinis. I need to fucking put a couple more bases out, but I don't have any frames to fucking measure. Davy Jones' locker is full of GoPros. I'm sure of that. Good deal. May it serve you well. And if I have, I gotta double check. I gotta make sure I actually uploaded the full sleeve. I printed the motherfucker. I have it on one of my fucking quads. Thought I released it, but I have to double check my thingiverse. Honestly, I don't remember. I might have fucking spaced. I mean, the only thing I said, what's up, Trinity? The only thing with the I'll say about the O3 is like I just don't like until you have the ability to, like I said, if they can debear a different frame rate and record, they can somehow debear and record a different frame rate, so you can fly 120, but if you only need to record 30, you can do that. That would be a big step up for the for the O3 in my book. You know, right now,
absolutely.
Right now, if you have a second O3 and you just throw it up as a record cam, you can set it differently and you could use that too. But you might as well just use a fucking Osmo Action or something because it's the same shit. The O3 is an Osmo Action in a fucking thing. Yeah, bro, the fucking built-in supports are my jam, Darkwing. They're easy to print. You don't have to do anything. You just load it up, hit go, and send it. Trinity, are you feeling better? She had the Rona. Ah, dude, the baby's got it? No, you didn't actually text me, by the way.
That sucks. Get better, dude.
Yeah, I was checking in on her. Hearts in the chat for Trinity. So let's see. All right, timing. All right, so fucking the last couple weeks we've unfortunately had to keep talking about remote ID. Unfortunately, I don't think it's a conversation that's going to stop for some time to come. To some degree. The biggest thing, I don't know if anybody saw the little snippet of that stream Bardwell was on recently, and he's talking about it, and basically in a nutshell, he's very concerned for the way it's currently set up, because for how can I simplify it? The way the law is currently written, or the rule, is that there's no way for him to actually do his gig. Josh Bardwell, as a company, currently can't comply legally based on the way the rules are set, because there's no inclusion, I guess, for custom built aircraft. Home built is defined as built for education and recreational use. Custom drones, there's no way to make them compliant for 107 requirements as it's currently written, because they have to comply to standard remote ID. So all bind and flies and fucking custom type things, if they don't have remote ID on them, or, you know, and the things like what Josh is typically fucking reviewing, there's no way for him to do that, because he can't comply with, if he builds a drone to test and show somebody's VTX or their whatever RX or motors or whatever fucking component it is, he's using a home built drone, and there's no way to comply with standard remote ID at that point. And because he is technically flying as a 107, his whole operation is illegal as it's currently written.
That's fucked.
Wow.
It's ugly.
Ridiculous, man. Holy
So-
shit. Gross is right. That's
Because
Land of the free, baby.
I think the majority of us didn't. This is kind of one of them details that wasn't. I think some people were questioning it, but we haven't been able to get any straight answers out of the FAA. And I don't think a lot of people really realized what it was saying because, like, I was talking to Westside, and I'm like, dude, you know, the way I was reading it is like, if the drone doesn't have remote ID, you could use a module, and then you have to do this, and you would register the module, and you'd register the drone as a 107, and then there is a way to move a broadcast module from one registration to another in 107, but currently there's no way. You're not technically in compliance if it is a custom built drone or a home built drone because there is no definition of custom built aircraft. The way they have it written,
So how would any of the smaller places?
bro. Yeah, you have to file for a means of compliance. So if you're a manufacturer of drones after the 16th of this month, you're meant to, if you're a manufacturer, so if you're building a drone for commercial, you're basically classified as a manufacturer. And if you are a manufacturer, you need to submit a means of compliance for the whole fucking shit show. They're fucking us. They're fucking us really bad with the way, how stupid this is. It's
You're gonna realize. I think the Model RC community.
I was watching it today.
Fucking start chiming in because this is gonna.
Finally, we all went to fucking goddamn DC and fucking hung out in front of the FAA. I mean, I don't know what else we can do. Like, they're not listening, and they're not, dude. You know, you may or may not like the FPV Freedom Coalition, but they say they've been going round and round and round on this very topic with the FAA and are getting nowhere.
Yeah.
RID is, well, no, it is not postponed. They're basically letting it slide in their own terms. It's not postponed. Things are meant to start complying on the 16th of this month. Yep. Brandon's correct. They're letting it kind of slide, but they aren't postponing it. If you can comply, you're meant to be complying as of the 16th of this month. I agree with Bardwell. I think one of the smartest things he said is that if you're not going to comply, don't say it publicly. Don't put a target on yourself. It's a bad idea. I'm all for malicious compliance, and like I said, I think we should do a GoFundMe and buy a couple thousand modules and set them on every carrier pigeon we can possibly get our hands on and release them. No, I don't know. I just, from my perspective right now, I'm just not putting a fucking target on my back. You know, like, do what you're going to do, but don't say it. Just do it.
That's ridiculous shit, man.
Some dude just got he ended up just getting like community service or whatnot. So the question is like when it becomes serious enough for the FAA to additionally get involved. But right now, local authorities are fucking with people, you know, and that's like that dude. There was if anybody's in the fucking commercial pilots group on Facebook, there's constantly talk about this shit in there. You know, like I just like. The problem is like FPV pilots, you know, we're going to do what they're going to do, but 107 pilots don't have a choice. And they're fucking the 107 industry. Do you know how many people build custom aircraft for mapping, you know, build an Arju pilot rig and an octo lifter, for mapping or other things? Like, they're yanking our ability out from under us to build currently, as it stands, they have to roll some sort of an inclusion into it if they expect anybody to.
I think when it starts affecting bigger industries like the movies, because like they're gonna have to fucking deal with this shit, and they're gonna be like, "What do you mean my drone pilot can't fly because he doesn't have a beeper on his fucking quad? What the fuck does that mean?"
I mean, it will be interesting to see where companies like Alta, like, you know, because like, look, the reality is most movie drone shots are not FPV. There's a lot of them. There are some that are, but
Historically, yes, no, that's true. In the last, I'd say in the last 2.5 years, you're seeing a lot of movies like
Yeah.
coming out with like at least 5, 6 drone FPV drone shots shot, just thrown in randomly, peppered in. You wouldn't notice them if you weren't an FPV
But
pilot.
the reality is, if it comes down to it, it's like, there may be think about
But directors love that shit now.
movie budget, being what they are, they may just pay to play. And so, it's.
But if it's almost impossible to, do so in a manner that's going to get them the shot that they want, eventually big companies are going to be like, well, what the fuck do we have to do to fucking get this shit changed?
Well, the other,
That's not really our only hope, is getting fucking people with a lot of money and a lot of power.
the other caveat to this whole
you.
conversation is, currently, if you are able to retrofit a broadcast module, you can't break line of sight by the way it's stipulated. So therefore, a 107 pilot, and I recommend this actually already. If you're a 107, you should be getting a waiver for beyond visual line of sight. And you should get that waiver as soon as possible. Because if even on aircraft that you can, say you had a bind and fly that you could retrofit with broadcast remote ID, and you are flying it FPV, you should get a beyond line of sight waiver. It's a lot worse in it's a lot worse in Canada as far as the permits and paperwork go. I mean, the other side of it is, if it just becomes too much of a pain in the ass, they're just going to go with what they know. AP drones have been using it for years.
Go back to helicopters.
There's nothing stopping a bigger company like Alta, from making. A lot of Alta pilots are flying Alta's FPV. So, I mean, those aircraft are totally capable of pulling it off. They're just big. They're just not as nimble and small as an FPV drone. But look at the shots of the ambulance and stuff. Yeah, there were some. And the reality is, some of those shots are a novelty. Some of the shots going through a bank or something, you could do that on a fucking Steadicam. Yeah. With a Steadicam, RE Trinity style rig, you can get the same exact shot. And then with VFX, the magic of VFX, you could pick up that shot out the door with a fucking Alta and chase the ambulance down the street, because that's what they've been doing.
I think a lot of directors are using it just to use it, and not using it to what its benefit would actually be.
I don't think directors really know what to do with FPV, to be quite honest.
Yeah,
I think some of them have done well, and I think some of the pilots have been able to put their vision into the equation, but I
think that's when it succeeds the most, is when the pilots get to put their vision into the equation, because the director really doesn't know how to fucking get the shots that we know how to get, or what we can actually do for them.
People are just now getting below BVLS over plus 50 pounds. Plus 50 pounds, you need an airworthy certificate. That's category 4. Well, I guess you could get up to 54.9 pounds. Is that accurate, technically? If you're under 55, you're Cat 3, right? So... Or do you mean plus 55? Dude, the Inspire 3 is not... Yeah, I mean, that's the other thing. An Inspire is not that big. They're pretty agile.
Doesn't the new Mavic drones use some sort of low latency FPV feed now, but just not with goggles?
You mean to the screens?
Yeah.
I mean,
I remember the back in the day, those things would be like, you move the stick, then the drone moves.
As far as I know, transmission, the actual O3 air unit, and all of the Mavics, and probably even the Inspires, are all using OcuSync They're all using the same exact tech. It's all the same shit. That's because DJI is just taking their chip and sticking it in different.
Yeah, that's
boxes,
what I'm saying.
you know, so,
aren't
like-
doesn't the
Hmm?
Mavics have low latency feeds now? So where it's like you can actually move that thing pretty articulately, where in the past you really couldn't. I don't know because I haven't flown a drone like that in like fucking 5 years.
I think the OcuSync. Well, originally it was Lightbridge. That was DJI's first shit. It was Lightbridge, and then that slowly evolved into OcuSync, and they basically took the Mavic Link tech and put it in an FPV package, you know, and then they came out with transmission for the cinema guys. Now, of course, if this bullshit with China and the US keeps getting worse, then we may be fucked anyways and not be able to get DJI stuff at all. So there's that. I mean, I haven't, has anybody caught the updates on the fucking China shipping situation? Anybody caught any updates about that?
I haven't.
Because it's, you know, I haven't actually followed up, but, you know, as of September 1st, like, T-Motor wasn't shipping. So I don't really know where we're at today. I don't know if anybody's caught anything, been paying attention to that.
No, I've been going balls deep in Starfield the last like week.
I haven't really been gaming at all. I was playing a shit out of Diablo, and then I just kind of got like, I've been working like until like fucking close to midnight, and then usually by then I don't feel like gaming. I'm just like, fuck it, I'm just gonna go read something or watch a movie. Anybody watch Ahsoka last night? Did you watch Ahsoka?
Did.
I don't want to spoil it. God damn, that was a good episode, dude. I thought that was a really good episode. Yeah, like god damn. All I'm gonna say is there was lots of lightsaber fighting.
That was good fighting too.
It was good fighting. Yes. And the girl, you know who the girl was, right? That was the girl from Infinity War. You know, the one that played young Gamora when she was talking to Thanos and she was a little. That's the same girl.
You know, I thought she looked familiar.
Yeah, that's the same girl. Just I was like, huh? And then I was like, I had to double check who it was, and I'm like, yep, same girl. What are you sneaking drones across the border for? Bardwell said it was a paperwork error.
What if you just fly the drone across the border, let it land somewhere, no one will see it, and then just go get it later?
I mean, maybe that's the plan. They're just getting everybody to try to, you know, mass buy as much FPV crap as possible. Just because, you know, FOMO.
Right, their master plan.
The master plan is just
that's exactly what they're
use
trying
FOMO to
Something
try
China
to fucking
would do. We're gonna ban everything.
Yo, who saw
Americans buy everything?
I just said it to Greg. I said it to Greg earlier, but anybody else see the fucking iPhone 15 release thing?
Yeah, I got that email today.
Did you watch the video?
Want more of the same? We've got you.
Did you actually watch the video?
Titanium.
Yeah.
You did watch the video?
I mean, not the whole.
The one where they have like the
highlight
chick on the fucking. They're doing like all the VFX stuff. That same one, right on. So I don't know if you noticed or paid attention, but there was a dude that when she goes in, she's handing the drive off, and the guy she hands it to the dude he's running Resolve. Which number one, I just wanted to point out that fucking Apple makes Final Cut. It's just fucking hysterical. Like I was like, and number two, I'm pretty sure it was a PC. I'm pretty sure it was on a PC because if you notice, the Resolve was actually full screen, and you couldn't see any of the Apple stuff. And it was actually on it looked like a Flanders or an actual set monitor with a really thick bezel and shit. Totally not an Apple product. You know what I mean? And just the whole thing cracks me up.
I didn't
but
notice that, but
USB-C. Thank you, Intel, for USB-C and Thunderbolt.
Yeah. Give it to me.
Which, the USB-C
I like
is
all of
actually
everything about it.
Well, they got sued. You realize that's why we have USB-C because the EU sued them because they said fuck you and your Lightning connectors. You can't sell your shit here anymore if you don't change it. And Apple fucking bent. And fucking that's why we have USB-C.
Thank God.
True story, bro.
Yeah, I'm not mad about that. I like USB-C.
I mean, West Side.
What up, West Side?
What's up, brother?
So that's
check
like
chat.
fucking I think I already know what you're saying because I just looked at the time. Fucking oh Jesus. I got a gajillion. Yep. DIT uses MacBooks all the time. Yeah, sure. Nobody's saying they don't. I mean, absolutely they do, Bannister. Why wouldn't they? But just think about Apple spending millions of dollars to produce a fucking ad, and then they put somebody else's product front and center when they make a competing product. If anything, it's a testament. Final Cut sucks. I don't know. Like, what are we saying here?
I mean, it's acknowledging that Resolve is clearly in a professional setting what is being used. Period. Paragraph.
Well,
I mean, people aren't coloring in fucking
they make
Premiere
color.
Pro.
They make they have lumimetry, but you know.
No,
But Final
Cut earlier.
Final
Phones
Cut
and
has
tablets can't handle 10-bit. So good luck with that.
Final Cut has what it's called Color Finale. They have their little thing. It's not Resolve, but it does stuff.
At least if they do 10-bit, you have to pay for it or some shit like that on like one of their like programs. I think doesn't Resolve have a program on an iPad?
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
I think you could use that.
If they're not using Resolve, any colorist that I know is either using Resolve or Baselight. That's it. If you're actually doing high-end color. Baselight is the next biggest thing next to Resolve as it stands, if not bigger. In terms
Resolve
of pure
on an
color.
iPad the same as the free version you get on a PC? Same features, or is it limited to like, you can only do 1080p exports, but you got to pay for this file package if you want to do full bitrate?
The Resolve on the iPad should be able to open 10-bit files. There are some differences between the free version and the studio version on iPad. The studio version on iPad is $100 for that license. But the way Resolve on the iPad is set up right now is it's only cut in color. There's no there's ways to hack it to get into the other pages, but they're not fully functional. There's no Fusion, and it's not meant to run Fusion and Fairlight and all that other shit. It's like basically like cut and color and deliver, and that's it.
You're cut and deliver, and that's it.
That's it. I couldn't definitively say whether or not they were on a Windows machine because I didn't have enough time to fucking completely pixel peep it. I could tell you that it was full screen Resolve, so they were obviously hiding the UI, and it was definitely not on a Mac monitor. That's what I can tell you. So we've been, Chris and I actually Chris is in the chat. We've been talking about that stupid remote ID thing that Bardwell's been talking about, trying to decipher what in the flying fuck these idiots are doing to the 107 community.
Not giving a fuck. It's all about commercial.
Well, hopefully,
deliver shit in the sky.
Excuse me.
It's something.
Hopefully, we'll see something.
It's pissing us all off. That's all I know.
Get some videos going while we continue.
I'm liking your pigeon idea.
Malicious compliance.
City rats. Darkwing with his Wednesday My Dudes at it.
With the new iPads, you'll be able to get a little better integration too, I'm sure, which will help. The biggest problem with an iPad and trying to even run Resolve on it is that you can't calibrate the display.
Look at that nice inverted yaw. I'm liking your yaw work, man. Even like the non-inverted ones. That's my shit right there. Spin the world around. Talk to me later, Dark. We're gonna have some homework for you.
I think it'll be. Oh shit! Sorry. I think it'll be exciting to see, you know, how far Resolve can go on platforms like tablets and iPads and whatnots. I think for quick down and dirty mobile DI stuff, I think it's actually kind of rad, personally. But
I love that spot.
Tree World.
Yeah, it's so cool. It'd be even cooler if they were just like a little bigger, or like full-size trees.
It's weird. You
but
get some
still
weird
great
like
pattern like that.
patterning and parallax with the fucking all the trees in the rows. Like, especially
It's
when you-
awesome whipping above those things, like nice and fast and low, right above the trees.
It looks rad. None of them look very tall, so it's like you get fucking.
Nah, they're like, yeah, you can stay either, like as tall as you. A little taller.
The tree farm.
It's annoying if you go down in the middle of them, though.
It's yeah,
It's like
Just
you don't know
dance.
which one you did.
yeah. Trying to figure out where you're at. Yeah. I mean, thankfully it's
Yeah,
not
but
as
obviously
dense,
if it
but
doesn't unplug. But
right.
shitty if it does. I was sick.
I've been
Yeah, 'cause you've
using.
been practicing, bro.
I use my iPad for scopes, Bannister. When I do that, I use an iPad for additional scopes.
Good night, Trinity. I'm about to join you. I gotta be up at 5.
Trinity, feel better. Send me a
Feel
message.
better, dude, yeah.
Text me and let me know how you're doing. Love ya. What time do you go to work now, Artie?
Well, I gotta be there by 7:30. I gotta get up at 5.
Oh
to
shit,
get
dude.
my kids' shit ready.
Right.
Then go to work. But it's
Got off
good.
axis.
It's
This
good.
is the video I was telling
Are
you
you
about for
enjoying
choosing
it?
The max lens.
Are you enjoying it, Artie?
Yeah, man. Actually, it's pleasurable. I mean, I get a lot of free stuff as far as. So I work for this place that does like cryotherapy and sauna, and all this shit. So I get a lot of free services.
That's
Free
good.
IV a month. It's not bad. I enjoy it. It's kind of doing all the shit to make me healthier and feel better.
Well, it's good. It has positive health benefits.
And well, also, I mean, culture of the company seems really good. All the people are good, into it, cool people.
Right on.
So, I mean, it's not bad.
Fuck yeah, dude.
Yeah, I'm not mad at it. But the hours
That lake looks like
are
a
just
frog's back.
earlier. What's going on with that lake? Is it like
I was trying to figure that out
acid
too.
pools?
It looks like, yeah. Like, what is that exactly?
Oh, it's definitely in Florida.
It's in the lowlands in Florida. It looks like it's just like a lake that dried up and has a bunch of puddles.
Yeah, but like
That's all that's
iron
left.
puddles, and then
Right?
yellow puddles. I mean, I don't want to get the yellow. I want to know what the minerals. Some salt.
Spotted Lake. So this video is titled. Is there a description?
Off axis.
Oh yeah, it says Spotted Lake is richly concentrated with various minerals. It contains dense deposits of magnesium sulfate, calcium, and sodium sulfates. It also contains high concentrations of 8 other minerals and lower amounts of sodium and silver and titanium. Yeah, bunch of fucking metals and shit.
I don't know that'd be good to crash in it.
Well, I mean, I'm sure that's not ideal.
Wear a suit and go for a swim.
Goonie! I was talking to Kit today. She's like, all I have is cornfields. I'm like, I know the fucking feeling. It sucks. It's like, yeah, all these guys have these great places to fly at.
She's got a killer piece of land there.
Yeah.
Bird.
Swiss cheese lake.
I like how your drone can teleport to different places on Earth. Wish mine could do that. Look at that. How does he do it? Yeah, for sure, Darkwood.
Yes, badass. Looking good.
You're supposed to push those rock things over.
No, man.
I get actually irritated when I see signs that says "Don't make cairns." Like, go fuck yourself. No stacking rocks. What kind of angry person comes out and is like,
No
kicks
stacking
over a
rocks.
sandcastle? That's like basically kicking over a kid's sandcastle.
No, it's not.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah, it is.
Oh, it's
Me and the
not.
kids build those things and come do it in the places we
It's
hike
bad
a
for
lot
the
here.
fucking animals, bro.
Especially if like if people are
It's
good
bad
at it
for
too,
the
they can
wildlife.
make those rocks go in wild fucking ways.
It actually affects certain, creates issues with certain reproductive cycles with certain critters. Apparently, bro. I didn't do my fucking science on that, but Google it, motherfucker. I don't know.
Haven't heard that before.
Yeah, I'm thinking that's something that fucking
Is it a conspiracy theory?
activists say
Yeah.
when they just want to get their way.
I mean, I don't get it, but fair enough.
Here. See. Although, I mean, dude, when I was out in
Hell yeah.
the Valley of Fire outside of Vegas, they were all over the fucking place out there, too.
Got Vitrafly,
We're up in
Zang.
bringing us the indoor spang. Ain't easy to do. It's a
Dang.
dope spot.
It is.
What is that place?
Castle Crash.
Is that Castle Crash?
I think it is, yeah.
Yeah.
Damn. If I had went there, I would have come back with no drones.
It's a rad fucking spot.
Yeah, it's super sick.
Not one.
Where was this? Where was Castle Crash located?
I don't remember. Georgia, I think?
Thought it was done that way.
That was dope.
Sick.
So now so apparently they're saying that you shouldn't stack them, but if you see them, you actually shouldn't knock them over, because the problem, what it is that when you're moving and stacking the racks, you are exposing animals potentially to their predators. There's also between insects, mammals, blah 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 blah. It affects their protection habitat and their reproduction. Like they like to go under there to get busy, you know. And so when you start fucking with that, you're actually fucking with the ecosystem.
Exactly.
But they
that's
say
my point.
once they're actually there, you shouldn't actually move them again. But you shouldn't have put them there in the first. Hikers used to use them as trails, you know, to fucking like markers.
Mark where they went. Yeah, I understand.
Is Jay out in fucking Corona? He is. This is Corona.
Let's see if Mr. Manalo can get into all types of categories in the
This is where me and Dragon would fly all the time.
Have little Jay with me. He's practicing his baseball, his soccer. While Daddy practice now, let's see if we can get into racing. So let's see what we get, guys.
Yo, I'm gonna have to bounce on me.
Right on, man.
I'm about to fall out.
All right, bro.
This is where.
Hey, love you boys.
This is the New York spot,
Later,
though,
bro.
Artie. You should. I'm sure you saw this before, but this is the spot. This actually gives me goosebumps seeing it, because I haven't seen it for a minute. But this was where we all came
the
up.
AMA field?
Yeah, this is the field.
Word.
This is where me and Travis were hitting those gates with a fucking 10-inch. But right on, man. Well, have a good night.
You too, brother.
Talk to you soon.
Ella es de Colombia como James. La amiga de México dice papi no mames. Cada vez que me voy dice que no valgo nada. Le gusta mi sexo pero quiere algo más. Baby vamos a chingar o nada. May que rica tu aroma. Vente traje pa' que coma y que repita. Ya no salgo mucho pero ven pa' la cuevita. Que tengo la salsa que te gusta pa' que fume. Bella calladita como mi nombre grita. Arrebata es que tú te ves más bonita. Vamos a chingar o nana, dime que tengo ganas. Quieres 7 corridos, tú no eres humana. Mami yo no olvido, tu sábana mojada. Posiciones gemido, tú estás endemoniada. Tú no tienes modales, se lo pone en la boca y ni dice buenos días. Son las 6 y empezamos desde el mediodía. El amor murió pero este bicho da vida. No te despidas, que sabe que tengo salsa en el Bakú. Baby, pon el mu, sabes que me encanta cuando tú le das una actitud. Ella vino con falda sin pantillo, con manicú. Me dijo que nadie lo hace como yo, pero es que quiere algo más. Baby, vamos a chingar o nada. Ven que rica tu aroma. Ven te traje pa' que comas.
What up, Blizzard?
What's up, Blizzard? There's a lot of wings out in that river too. There's a few GoPros in that river. I'm surprised Jay's the only one out there. We used to grill on this side right here and then fly over the fence and in. So that pop-up he just went by.
Paso la página pero ya lo tengo leído. Yeah, rompen reglas pero ya lo tengo medido. Creen que son chistes, mírame, yo no me he reído.
Oh, that sucks, Brandon. I mean, it sucks that you fail safe, but it's rad that you got to fly the golden hour. I think that was the thing that the other thing that would be worth mentioning about the new the GoPro 12 and the log is the way they're doing the dynamic range compression. It's pretty good for that sort of stuff.
Oh man, if that was only Geralt of Rivia standing there, it would have been a perfect Witcher fucking intro.
This is where they shot The Witcher, bro.
Looks like it, sounds like it too with the music. I like it.
Video by Wild FPV.
Looks like a freaking ad.
It's a nice spot. Huh. I want to fly there. sprayer. If you end up watching the replay of this, bud, hit me up with the location of this. Nice one, dude. Banister post. Blip.
I always hate flying around power shit.
I've been wanting to fly power lines in my area for a long time because it's like just long and straight and you can just fucking see for fucking miles. But there's those things,
Right.
and they're not only just running along the top. There's lots of guide wires running along the bottom that you can't fucking see.
Can't
and I
see
was
until you're
just
like right
whipping
on
by,
top of them.
and I fucking dodged like 3 of them and then smashed into another one. I was like, fuck.
Good shit, Bannister.
Hell yeah. Yeah, what is real?
Oh, I tried to tap it and I missed it. Oh, shit, I didn't notice you can set it.
What is real?
And then I hit the down.
You must have like a fucking. It's like a black book of office spots.
I know, it's like a different one every time, too.
I know, it's always like in a different office fucking park.
Does this count as a Maddie?
He like lives in the factory where they make office parks or something.
Office parks around here are a joke. It's funny they even call them office parks.
Oh, this is a beautiful spot.
Yeah. Yeah, I could have fun with a spot like that. Perfect tunes for the place too.
Right. Hey, look, it's us. Actually,
I would never
us.
want to leave a spot like that.
Here's our what's our random video of the week? It's funny. I just watched District 9 today. That's Bot Grinder. Actually, I want to pick this. What's this random video of the week? Let's see what it is. Oh, it's 15 minutes
Joel
long.
Haver videos are always
Why
funny.
are all these fucking videos so goddamn long?
That third video on the top.
Oh, this? I don't want to watch. I do, but I don't. This one? The one oh yeah, you can't see it real time.
At the top. The dudes in red suits.
Yeah. I would, but I don't want to play anybody else's content. We would want to have another letter. Remember that letter I got? Here, let's watch the above.
Yeah.
Oh, this is Bannister. We'll watch it again. Fuck it. He's a random tonight. There he goes. 3 minutes. Fucking I don't want any more letters, Greg. You played my content. Yeah, because we were trying to help you, you fuck.
That dude.
That dude. That was funny.
Yeah, this is nice.
We might have watched it before, but it's fine.
I've never seen this.
You never seen this?
No. So if I've never seen it, I didn't put it on the playlist. That's fucking up there.
Yeah. This is the Black Magic, right? I think this is Black Magic camp.
Yeah, this is definitely a nice video to close it off with.
Hails to the yeah.
That was great, Bannister post. We're lucky you got to take trip out there. I'd fucking love to do that shit. Unless you live there, then that's equally awesome.
Well, we all need to go to Colorado.
Well, all right.
Let's see here. Yes, sir. Oh, hey, look. The stupid bot computer decided it had to do a Windows update in the middle of the show. I was like, really? Nice. Fucking use your Android from your PC. Are you doing that yet, Greg?
Say that again?
Use your Android from your PC. You see Windows added Android integration and shit? Yeah. Well, they've added a bunch of shit.
I get stupid notifications about that on my phone that I need to update the stupid software all the time. I would love to off access someday.
I lost the fucking YouTube chat completely. Where'd it go? She broke. All right, kids. Well, we'll go make some cool fucking shit. Yeah, that was really good footage. I think, is he still here? Yeah. Make some cool shit. Fucking go break your GoPros and get a 12. I don't know. They said the 12's looking pretty good. I've been staring at 12 footage for fucking last couple days.
I still got another year on my warranty for my 11 mini, and I haven't broken it yet. So I'm gonna wait until the 11 minis are like clearance, and then return one and buy like 2 with that returned one.
Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, I got my renewal for my GoPro subscriptions up November. I'll have to decide what I'm gonna do. I don't really use the subscription shit aside from the discount. You know what I mean?
I've never used the GoPro subscription. I just buy the protection at Best Buy.
Yeah, that's what a lot of people do. That got problematic for many, so a lot of people skip it.
Yeah, luckily I still friends with the people that work at the store I worked at, so when I go in, they just like, "Hey, what's up, Greg? Break your GoPro finally? All right, cool. Here's a new one.
You're holding out for a 13. Well, I mean, we'll be having that conversation in 12 months. Well, we'll probably start the conversation in about 11 months.
Unless an asteroid smashes into Earth in that time, then we are going to be having a very different conversation.
11 months, we can start talking about the 13, and we can keep crying about the session. Like I said, all I know is that, like I said, the fucking color science is definitely improved. I do want to play around with some of the HDR footage, but unfortunately, it's not real HDR. It's bracketed exposure, so they basically are debarring 2 different frames off each time a frame would happen. They write 2 at 2 different gain stages and create it's like HDR still photography in video, but and I mean, it's fine, but it only works in a couple modes, and you can't combine it with log. So, some people, they might find it useful. But I'm really impressed with what we're getting out of the log footage. Like, it's fucking there, man. It's pretty fucking there. 2052. I mean, by then, fucking just fly your iPhone 15, bro. Just send your iPhone. It's got a 200mm lens built in, bro. Like, see that zoom, that optical zoom in the video? 200. Uh-oh. All right, we're out of here. We'll see you guys next week. We love yous. You guys be good.
Bye.
Make cool shit.
Thanks for coming, everybody.
I don't know. Send us some suggestions for something we can do soon. Talk about.
Send me some dope shit to put on the playlist for next week.
Make dope shit. We'll play it. All right.
Grab his dick and twist it!
Oh my god,
Oh, it
dude,
does.
this is an MMA fight, dude. Too much.
Bye.
Twist this dude!
Fucking split a hat. I could do a fucking split a hat. Done a million times. Done a million times. I could do a fucking split S. You pop up,
Hop out.
and then roll, then
Whatever.
that is a split S. Fucking split S. I could do a fucking split S. You pop up,
Hop out.
and then roll.
I mean,
Pop it.
first
You
of all,
roll.
I don't buy
And
into
then
whatever
you go
fucking
in
bullshit you're saying.
to the shit. Powerly, blind, powerly, then, powerly, blind, powerly, then. I could do a fucking split S. Roll, then. That is split S. Fucking split S. I could do a fucking split S. You pop up,
out.
and then roll.
I mean,
Pop it.
That's pretty much the only trick that I know.
You guys.
It is Wednesday, my dudes. 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 My dudes. It is Wednesday, my dude. It is Wednesday.
Sword of omens, give me sight beyond sight.